Ines,
Yes.
can you tell us very quickly one thing about yourself and one thing about this piece you're going to play?
I'm 15 and I come from Spain. And one thing I like about this piece is that it starts with a slow introduction that contrasts the rest of the movement really nicely. So it all comes together really well.
Wonderful. So it's Ines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful. I love Grieg so much, and one of the things I love most about Grieg is what a storyteller he is. You know, and, all of the music I know of Grieg always like is so evocative, and takes me to distant lands. So I love about your playing your beautiful tone and the intensity you bring to everything. And I think one of the themes of today is really thinking about how to channel your intensity in ways that are that fits the music, right? So the opening, the slow introduction. So your first statement is very dramatic and fortissimo, right? And then what happens? The piano kind of finishes your thought, and then can you just play your, it's bar 10, right? Yeah, just from the beginning of bar 10. Yeah. Right, so without adding your part, already, what does that evoke after this dramatic? It's a little calmer, and yeah. Maybe what's another word you might use? What about you? Fantasy, yeah, and this is what I love about Grieg is always, as I said, takes me to these, like, think of quests and trolls but anyway, this is there are no trolls right here. Fantasy, more dreamlike, right? And when you came in, it was with this gorgeous but very, very intense tone. So can you just try it once from right there? We're going to just hit a few spots with the time we have, and it's pianissimo. So pianissimo it's really, think of it as a color, not a dynamic. So in this case, can you think of something that's distant, more distant, right? Because it was very present. What you did. So I'm not going to tell you how to execute that. You do it, however seems appropriate. It's dreamy, distant. Good, and then it's a little, and then this is a little more assertive. Good. Try it one more time. So how was it different technically what you did? Because as I said, I wasn't going to tell you what to do. Into the string. Okay. Can you go even further in that direction? Mm-hmm. So in other words, try even a little more air. So, just to contrast with what you did, in the opening. Yeah, and what about a pianissimo sound where you use twice as much bow and half as much? Now you can start to come a little up, yes. Great, how did that feel? Yeah, so this immediately to me evokes something different from what, when you played it through. It was softer, but had the intensity of what you were doing in the opening statement. And I think immediately you should, take us to a different place. Okay, now, your entrance, so allegro vivace, the body of the work, right? The piano takes the theme, and then you join at bar 34. Now there too, it's marked forte con fuoco, but he states the theme in piano, and then when you come in, it's really, this is just, you're not stating the theme here. This is not, the most important material. So when you came in, you gave it, I thought, great energy, but can you just dial back the intensity a little bit and think this is taking you somewhere as opposed to like, I'm stating the theme, right? Okay, so can we just try that? From your statement of the theme, so 26. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, so even more, I would say, even more direction in your sound. So that kind of, sorry, let me play with you. It's so small I can't read it, but the piano's good. Yeah, so not so, this sounds like traveling somewhere. Maybe just 2 bars before she comes in. Good, yeah. And then again, one of my favorite sayings, beware of accents where there aren't any marked. So there's no accent there, right? So can you have a little more playful affect here, maybe? Just right where you come in. Great, yes. Because right away, he writes forte fortissimo, but this is the very beginning of this very long, first movement. So, okay, let's just jump to, actually, can we jump all the way to where you have the theme, this first theme, but in the return, which is like 3, where you have FFF, 250, 9. Okay, so it's 265, or do you see where I am? I'm not saying that. Okay, so here, we've heard this is the first theme that he just played at the very beginning in piano, and then where we left off, you take it up again. Here, in the recap, you're playing it FFF. What does that FFF mean to you?
It means it's like, what's stronger than the first time. I think it's more triumphant.
More, yes. So I would say strong. The way you played it, you got a fantastic sound, but I thought that there was too much density in the sound, and you were trying to play it stronger. I would think FFF means that it's, yes, more triumphant, even more open, just more overt, as opposed to stronger. Okay, so if just shift the mindset a little bit. Okay, and then. Yeah, actually, just play it. Like, can we go from 263? And I'm just going to have you play until it's marked piano. Okay, so. Good. Okay, so from the beginning, when we first hear this theme, how would you characterize a theme in general?
Like both times?
Yeah, in general, like not this time, but like the general character of the theme is?
I think it's
open, dance-like.
Yeah.
No? Okay, so I think, so this stroke, whenever you have that, can it have more lift? And this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, about using more of your hand for this kind of can you just play the stroke once? And kind of exaggerate the use of, instead of executing, right, instead of. Yeah, and can you lift on the down bows too? And if you can think of the bow as kind of going along this, sort of doing that. Does that make sense, as opposed to just going dum, bum,
Yeah.
ba, sort of doing more of that? Does that make sense? Yes, yeah, okay. Now, can you play this right on the theme? And then when you get there, have that kind of lift. Dum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Okay. Yeah, from right there. Right on the theme. Now, lift. Sorry, one more time. Yeah. Dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Going and here, and then keep going, and then this is where I want you to have, yeah, exactly. To get more of that, yeah, light dance feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
To really hear the lift of the stroke, to get that kind of effervescent, like bubbly quality. Okay. Does that feel different when you do that stroke? I think we have to. Do we have to stop? Is it time? Do you? Yes. Very, very, very end. Can you do the presto at the very end? So here, yeah, just play it once. And can you think in the think about this using your hand more? Yeah, more flexibility there. Yeah, sorry. How did that feel? Because I wanted more articulation, more there. And I think if you let go of the wrist more and use, yeah, you were doing it a little more. Did it feel different?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, yeah, we don't get as much of the pop of the articulation when we're trying to. You hear the differences? One more time from the presto. Nice. Great. Thank you so much.